so you guys have been in a band for so long. Like, do you remember what that aha moment was that said, okay, I want to be a musician. I want to be. Was there somebody you saw or a band that you heard?
Not necessarily. I wanted to be a. Hey, T-Bone, can you turn it down for like a few minutes so I can do this? Thank you.
Trying to be professional.
It was more. I wanted to be a musician since I was a little kid. Like I remember listening to like 45 of Crocodile Rock when I was, teeny tiny. But I never had any other aspirations than this.
So how old were you when you picked up an instrument or?
I started playing guitar when I started playing drums when I was 11 and guitar when I was 12.
And what did you do before you were in a band? Like, what kind of odd jobs did you have? I always like to hear these kind of stories.
Not much, really, because we started touring pretty young. Jim and I worked in a science library. I worked at a record store. I worked at Baskin Robbins. I worked in the basement of my dad's law firm, which is a former funeral home. So that was creepy.
So you guys,
odds and ends.
Like you said, 23 years as a band, and you've worked with a lot of great bands. Is there anybody out there that you haven't worked with that you're like, dude, I still want to do this? It's like your bucket list.
Like work with, like tour with?
Tour with, musically, just collaborate with, anything like that.
God, I don't know. I've never really thought about this. There's a lot of, what I'm more excited about now is there's a lot of younger bands, like younger than us, that we're being put in a position that maybe we can like take out on tour with us that make me really excited. So that's more what I'm kind of excited about. I get a little weird about meeting your heroes kind of thing because it can backfire on you.
Now, with that being said, like, have you ever who's somebody super famous that knows your name and knows who you are? Is there anybody out there that you're like, oh, that's awesome that so and so knows who I am?
I don't know, man. I get excited about chefs and comedians.
See?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
When I had a podcast, I got to interview Kyle Kinane, and I was really excited about that, and he knew who we were, and we've talked via Twitter, and then Graham Elliott, it's a friend, chef on MasterChef Junior or whatever, and we've eaten at his restaurant a couple times. So I get excited about that kind of stuff.
One of the coolest things for me, and I'm just a dumb radio DJ, the local weatherman on Channel 5 here knew who I was. I was like, Chester Lampkin, yes!
Well, yeah, we got Brian Busby, the Kansas City weatherman, to play. He's a timpanist.
Okay.
We got him to play timpanis on a side project band song of mine, and I was like, that's kind of cool. Local celebrities are kind of awesome.
I mean, because everybody locally knows who they are, and that's really good. Now you mentioned some of the younger bands and stuff like that. One of the coolest quotes that I'd seen about you guys was from Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy. He said if it wasn't for the Get Up Kids, Fall Out Boy wouldn't be a band. You get also high praise from Mark Hoppus. What does that make you think that you're being the influence on the next generation of music? How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's a compliment, sure. If I dwell on it too much, it starts to make me uncomfortable a little bit because it's just I'm really grateful that people people seem to enjoy what we do, and they have been for over 20 years, and that makes me feel really proud. I don't know that I can really take that much credit for it, but maybe that's just my.
Well, it was very cool for you to stop and do this for us. We've actually got a super fan here. Austin,
I can tell by his shirt.
Come on over. This is Austin, and he is literally one of you guys' biggest fans. So I just wanted to be part of this. This is Matt from the Get Up Kids.
We met earlier, but yeah, awesome. How are you, man?
Awesome. Thank you very much for checking out Alt 1049. Make sure you download the EP. It's available now. It's called Kicker. And the new single, Better This Way, you can hear it on Alt 1049. It's Tony the Whipping Boy with Matt from the Get Up Kids. And Austin, thank you very much for checking out our YouTube page.